It's very, very brass monkey weather today. So it is Saturday, the 4th or 5th of January. I ain't sure what it is. So I had a delivery yesterday of the cladding, remaining cladding. I think I'm going to need some more, but we'll have to wait and see. So we had the cladding delivered yesterday. So I made a start on that. I'll show you that in a bit. What else? To be honest, it's been pretty quiet. It has been pretty quiet, to be fair. Apart from it being cold, obviously. There's not really much going on at the moment. Obviously, the Thermatech heaters, they're starting to play up. Mainly defrosting is one of the biggest issues that I've got with it at the moment. In fact, I'll show you that now. So basically I've got this drop down now to 16 degrees. And as you know, I've got this half in and half out. So obviously it's half out. You can see that it's defrosting, blah 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 blah. Except the defrosting isn't defrosting as quick as I thought it would. It's a little bit on the disappointing side, but it is what it is. Bearing in mind, internal temperature in here, you watch up coming now is thawed out. Sod's law as well, it's thawed out. Internal temperature in here is 6 degrees, so it's 6 degrees near them. In fact, I'll show you that. So you can see, look, it's 6 degrees. And that is constantly freezing up. In fact, you can see it's starting to turn now, which is a pain in the butt, because obviously I'm trying to keep these fish well fed and well happy. Current water temperature in here at the moment is, like I said, it's around the 16 degree mark. I mean, don't get me wrong, fish are doing really well. I'll show them now. Fish are doing really well in here. I'm not going to chuck any food in, because you know as well as I do, as soon as I throw any food in, I'll stay at the bottom until the next time round. So that's where we are at the moment. At the moment I'm using a Proline heater on this one. As you can see, that's the Proline heater, and that's got the built-in ST1000 on it, which is built in, and then obviously it's got this chuffing great big cable on here, meter cable for the heater. So obviously I've got the heater in here. That's for the robin. Can you believe that the robin is now being picky on its food? So it's actually rejecting sakiyakari. So I've got a robin throwing out sakiyakari. How's that work? Just goes to show, doesn't it? Also, so on the cover on these, I'll show you. I'll set these off. So this food has only just been chucked in here. So these are doing really well as well. Obviously these are out of quarantine now. So in here you've got the Kashiyogon, Kikasui, Shisui, Kahaku, Goromo, Goshki's in here as well. So you've got all these. These are currently at, I'm going with the heater, because bearing in mind what the Proline says and what the heater is two completely different things. The simple reason is I run the thermostat in the Easy Pod, which is external to the pond. So just give me 2 seconds. Yeah, 13, so it's 2 degrees difference. Yeah, 2 degrees difference between the two of them. Obviously that doesn't mean that it's not any good, because obviously there is 2 degrees difference. You've got to understand that the pond itself is surrounded in obviously sleepers, it's cladded inside and it's fiberglassed, and yet the Easy Pod is just open to the elements, for want of a better word. Like I said, it's 6 degrees in here. Fish in here are doing, so fish in here are doing sound. Water temperature in there though is still at 6 degrees. They're happy. They am having some food, but very, very little food. I'll tell you, some crackers in here now, absolute crackers. So you've got Shasiri, Beckos, Benny Beckos, Platinum Algons. What else you got in here? Tancho showers. There's an F1 in here, believe it or not. God knows where that's come from. Absolutely crazy. That's a nice Shasiri, that is. That's a cracking Shasiri. So yes, that's where we are at the moment. Yeah, like I said, Robin's been picky with his food now. It's bad, that is, isn't it? It's bad when you feed wildlife and it gets picky on what it eats. There you go. To be fair, that Robin's been coming back 2 years now, in and out. So God knows how long Robins last. But, you know, they do turn around and say that Robins are spirits. Whether that's right or whether it's wrong, I don't know. Let's hope it's a spirit of good luck. Because I'm looking forward to the new season. I am looking forward to it. In fact, all the prep up's taking place now for the new season. Share that freezing up now. Bear in mind, it's only been Robin's here now. You watch now. I've just been down. They're just rejecting it, look. Cheeky gig. Yeah, I was just going to show you. Sorry. You can see it's not to freeze up now. So if anybody knows how to get the defroster to work quicker on that, I'd appreciate it. Because basically what's happening with this, it will freeze up and it takes about 20 minutes to defrost and then comes back on again. So it's one of them, isn't it? It's one of them. What else are we up to? I'm waffling on now, so I'll catch you in a bit. While we're on the subject of stuff like for the new season, there is a QR code. I'll show you in a sec. There's a QR code for people that want to join the WhatsApp group. The WhatsApp group is going to be specifically for fish that are coming in, mainly from coil sales, stuff like that. But there'll be a video with the fish coming in. So obviously anybody then will have first option of buying any fish out of there before they come in. So I'll show you the QR code now. Okay, so it is massively cold, but I'll show you where I'm now. It's more down to 4 metres. So that's where we are at the moment. Just got to get this other end done over here, and then we've probably got another 2 to put in. So I'll catch you in a bit. Okay, so we managed to get the cladding on, but obviously it's still icy. So you can see that there's ice down there, and you can see all the claddings on there. Trish has come up with an idea. She's putting snowshoes on. So using towels and elastic bands so she can walk the line. But I've got to be honest with you, it's looking big, for want of a better word. So I'll show you from here. You can sort of see now the effects of it. And it's perfectly in line with the bird box. So, and the idea then is, behind there then there'll be a roof. So I'll just show you. So obviously you'll have a backy shower there, even though there ain't one yet. Then around the back of here, that's big enough now to put a piece of 4x2 on top of there. So across there, and then obviously then I can turn this into a pretty impressive filter house. And none of this was planned. It's coming on, it's coming on. So we're about, I don't know, about 6 hours in now, and Tracy has nothing to avoid, to be honest with you. We'll show you where we are now. So as you know now, all that's done, all that's finished, pretty much. A couple of things I've got to do over there, but that's that. And there you go, done that as well. But run out of cladding to go on there, so we're going to leave that as it is. So that now is going to be your front face. So that's now your front face. And obviously you've got decking boards on the top. We finished that side off with a bit of trim. That side is the opposite side, but we're going to leave that because the trouble is I've still got to try and get around the back of that. And what we've done as well is nice little shelf on there as well. So pretty effective, I think. What's a bit surprising is the immense size now of the area, for want of a better word, because that's it. It's massive, that is now, really. So as you can see, pretty much ain't too bad as it is, to be fair. I'll be honest, I'm knackered, I'm cold, I'm fed up. Not fed up, but you know what I mean. So I'm going to call it a day. We'll wait for the backy showers to come there, and then we'll start on the next parts of the project. I'll recycle the water that are in these tanks for the time being, because obviously now it's all been treated in here, so all this water will come out of here, and I'll use it to refresh the other tanks, so everything gets recycled. So as Andy from Derby Coy says, jobs are good. So I'm going to leave it as it is for now, and I'll catch you in a bit. Okay, so I've come into the warm, because to be fair, the weather is absolutely horrible at the moment. So good afternoon to you. Weather's absolutely horrible at the moment. It's currently something in the region of about -3 or -4 outside, so nothing can really get done at the moment. Everything's frozen, and it's an absolute nightmare at the moment. So I thought I'd come in and answer a few questions that I've had done through YouTube, and also done through messaging. Reference the builds down the bottom. So the first question that I've got was asked about the surges. So surge flows and the rates on them. So I've just double checked everything to make sure that I know what I'm talking about. I've got to get clarification. It's as simple as that, because as you know, I will say stuff off the top of my head, or I might be slightly inaccurate. That's just the nature of the beast. That's the way that I am, to be fair. It is what it is. So, reference to surges. The surges are designed in such a way where they hold 4.5 litres of media. Some people do increase it. Although in the Tempest, they used to increase it to the letter, I think it was a letter P as it was up. You can't do it in a surge, because obviously the surge is dark in it, so you'd have to guess by measuring out the literage and then putting it in there. So maximum flow rate is 3,500 litres or 770 gallons. And the optimum flow rate for them is 2,500 litres or 550 gallons. Tempest versus surge. So the way that I describe it to customers is I think a surge is a Tempest on steroids. That's the way that I describe it. The simple reason is for your money, which I think is about 20 quid difference between the two of them. So the Tempest comes with plastic brackets. It don't come with a UV. It comes with clear window. I think it holds something in the regions of about 8 litres of media. I'm not 100% certain on that, by the way. Where your surge comes with stainless steel brackets, comes with better slide valves, better ball valves on it. Like I said, stainless steel brackets and a built-in UV. So if anybody's out there who's gone to ever buy one of these UV kits, I think there's something in the regions of about £115 for this kit, which is the ballast, quartz, UV light, screw-in top connection, transformer, all that for like 105 quid. Okay, so you add that to the cost of a Tempest, it's no brainer. So, and it's small, it's compact, and it does exactly what it says on the tin. Now I've used surges down the bottom for the simple reason is it's a small footprint behind the back of where the tanks are, because if you remember I increased the size of the tank. And because they say that they're good, and EA, I'm going to prove whether this is going to be right or wrong, because we're soon going to find out, because all will be revealed in less than 4 months' time. These are designed for 5,000 litre ponds, and because they're saying their optimum flow rate is at 2,500 litres, and we all know that what they say the filters can do are when there's nothing in the ponds itself. Now each tank will probably have in the regions of about 24 fish in, give or take a little bit. Some might have 10, some might have 5, some might have 30, depending on the size of the fish. But I will literally work to the Tempest being designed for 3,000 litres. That's the way that I'll do it. I will only run these tanks at around the 1,500 litre mark. So hence why I'm going to use these surges against that. I'm also going to back them up with backy showers. The backy showers will have in them, there'll be 2 tiers, 800mm long, 300mm high each tier, 200mm deep, and these are being made by Trident Ponds. Now, why am I having fiberglass backy showers to plastic backy showers? It's a good question. I'm testing these for Luke. For the simple reason is, he believes that he can build them far cheaper, not say far, cheaper than the plastic ones which are welded on the corners. Also, if you're looking about it, fiberglass individual backy shower tank, or small tank if you like, it's one unit, one complete unit, where the plastic ones are joined. Normally bent on one corner and then welded on another. So I've got one at the top of the garden now, Pond 2. Came from a company called Apex. I'll be honest with you, it's crap. Simple as that. I spend more time re-welding the corners that they welded, which means I was sick at the end of sending them back and getting them back to start off with. So now all I was doing was literally sealing them, and that one will be replaced in a not too distant future. Call slagging off, call every what you want. Like I said, I don't get sponsored by anybody, and if I think a product isn't the world's best, I'll tell you that it's not the world's best, and I'll tell you who I get it from. That's simple as that. And obviously they've got the opportunity to reply back to me anytime they want to, and I ain't got a problem with that. So yeah, so the surges run, I'll use them based on the filter being capable of doing 3,000 litres. I could have the opportunity, so somebody did say to me, well, why can't you put a bigger filter, put a drum filter down there or something like that? And I could. Problem is, by putting one drum filter down there, I'm going to end up connecting all 5 tanks together to use one drum filter. There's no biosecurity there then, is there? So there's no individual tanks. If I have an issue down there, I've got no way of hospitalising one in a tank. Yes, I can all got enough ponds to make hospital areas somewhere else. Yes, I have. I don't deny that. I want to keep every pond down here individual, so every individual pond had its own individual type of species, breed of fish. So its own filtration system and everything else. So the way that I would run, you see what I'm like about digressing? Come back to where I was now. So I'll be running the surge, and then I'll be running it into a 2-tier backy shower, which will be having in it 25mm Kineta Gold. Now, as you know, if you've looked through my previous videos, and I will show you a video of it on the next part. This Kineta Gold media. I do like it, if I'm absolutely honest with you, and a number of reasons why that I do like it. So if you think about a number of backy medias out there, they're tubes. So you've got like a tube, haven't you, which has got a length to it. So I'm going to load them, whether I load them flat or whether I load them up on their end. There's the possibility of water not completely going through its media. Now think, and we all done this as kids, think yourself as a wine glass or a bowl, throw a load of marbles in it, and then see how many gaps you can find within the marbles. That's why I'm using Kineta Gold. That's the easiest way to explain it. Kineta Gold can be bought from Cotton Coy and places like that. I've currently got about 80 kilos of it here at the moment. Obviously I'm going to be using some of that further down the line. So that's why I'm going to be using the Surge. Plus, as you know, I've got 5,000 litre pumps on there, on these, which are good. I don't deny that, but I don't like the remotes on them at all. I'd rather have a control box that I can control. And that's no disrespect to Superfish. It's a good idea, it's a good design if you've got one pump, one pond, one conservatory where you just control it. It's fantastic. Using it from a commercial point of view, it's difficult. But anyway, the reason why I wanted to use the 5,000 litres is because there's no point having a 10,000 litre pump on a pond that I would never use 10,000 litres. So I'm going to run these. I'm going to turn my pond over, or ponds over, because the recommended for ponds, that's the standard, if you like, is turn your pond over once every 2 hours. So if you've got a 3,000 litre pond and you run your pump at around 2,000 litres, but taking into account your bends and filters and everything else, be around the 1,500 litre mark. So that means I'll be turning those ponds over once every 2 hours. Now, what I'll probably do, due to the fact that obviously it's commercial based, is I'll probably increase that just slightly, just to increase the amount of filtration going through. Now, a lot of people, and I've heard this quite a lot, there's a lot of people turning around and saying, well, what have you got a backy shower on there for? It should be crashing and should have 10,000 litres going over the top of it every hour, or 20,000 litres over the top of it every hour. Yes, if that's what you feel that it should be at, that's your choice and that's fine. If you're turning your pond over turning your pond over once every 2 hours, unless you've got a 40,000 litre pond, are we saying that there's no point having a backy shower? Is that what we're saying? Me personally, I think a backy shower for me is just a bit of an additional filtration within a small space that I've currently got, and that's why I would use it. Do I think the Surge is any good? I don't know yet. I have used it on Pond 2, and that has got 2,100 litres on it. That has been turned over 2,000 litres now, and that's got a 3-tier backy shower on it, and that's got Kineta Gold in it, and I haven't seen an issue in there at all. The beauty of the Surge is it's built-in UV, one connection, it gets one pump in one area, and that's the way that I'm trying to look at it. Because what I'm going to look at further down the line is possibly turning that small area into a filter house. So that's how I'm going to look at it on that. Surge against Tempest. I like the Tempest. I do like the Tempest. There's no doubt about it. I do like the Tempest. Surge is more compact. And for, like I said, for 20 quid, stainless steel brackets. I think the brackets to fit Tempest are around 45 quid. So there's, that's 45 quid on top of the original price. Then you've got about £105 to add to it to put a UV in, although I would not recommend installing a UV into a clear vessel. I would not recommend it at all. I went to a customer's house to do a repair on a UV, and like an idiot, looked at the UV and I saw little tiny sparks, and I thought it was the actual UV itself. And then for 2 days after, I had well burn. I couldn't see for 2 days. So it isn't something I would recommend. I wouldn't recommend installing a UV into a clear vessel. At the very least, I would tape down for the entire length of the UV, and then have a space at the bottom if you want, if you like. That is, but I would not recommend installing a UV into a clear vessel. It's just an accident waiting to happen. Because all it takes is for you to make a mistake in some shape or form, so I don't know, doing a wash on it. Elements of that UV then get into you. You're not going to be in a good place. So that's what I would not suggest at all. So that's that question asked. That question's asked. Am I going to honour? So am I going to honour my growing shed? Absolutely, 100%. No shit, Sherlock. So, as I've discussed on a previous, video, we are going to be having an open day on the 5th of April, which is a Saturday, and we are going to be doing the Grow and Show presentation on that day. Now, I've said in the previous video, I'm going to say it in this video, I'm going to say it again. So, see the sun's coming, the daylight's coming through now, so you can see this is quite early in the morning as well. So what I did say before, and I'll say it again, I need those videos in, or I need them coming in now, of your height series, in a measuring bowl if you can. 2 reasons for that is obviously let's see if they've got some size on them, but more importantly, we want to see what kind of body that they've got on. Because if you remember, and I have always said this, it's not about the size of the fish, it's about the overall look of the fish, which is important for this growing show. So that's going to be done. The presentation is going to be done on the 5th of April, and that's going to be on video. It'll be recorded. Hopefully it'll be on a few YouTube videos as well. I think it's important that if you're going to do a ground show and you charge, and some of these grow shows are stupidly expensive, if you're going to charge for extra for a ground show, on your agreement, if you say you're going to do a ground show, do a ground show, and if you can say you're going to put prizes on, put the prizes on, put them on. Simple as that, isn't it? Ain't rocket science. So ours was 10 kilo bag of shorty, 5 kilo bag of shorty, 3 kilo bag of aqua sauce with garlic. So, but you've got to be in it to win it, and the point I'm trying to make by that is if you don't send the videos in, don't come to me further down the line and turn around and say, well, hang on, I was in this growing show and you didn't do this and you didn't do that. I need the videos. I'm not comfortable with 20 people bringing their fish back here on the drive in 20 containers on 20 air stones and then taking back their own water. I'm not comfortable with that, although I know a few people do that. We got water here that we can test, and if somebody turns around and says, no, absolutely, I want to bring my fish here, then fine, we'll work that. It's now January, we've still got February, March, we've still got 10 weeks, 11 weeks to be able to do this, and I'll happily do it. I want to give these prizes out, I want to hand them over, I really do want to do that. So I hope that's answered that question. So that's one. Mad Dog, I've noticed that you've had some brand new cups. Are they available? I had 10 cups done. I had 10 cups recommissioned. So the original cup was black and it was Mad Dog's pond that was on it. The second one I had done had got Westcott koi on it, but nothing else. And then the third one that I've had commissioned, I ain't got one here. The third one I commissioned had got Medox Bond on the front, Westcroft coil at the back, and it was in a white and black background. If you want to swap a cup, so I can continue putting cups in the koi house, I think there's about 40 cups in there at the moment. But if you want to swap a cup, I'll happily swap a cup. But you've got to understand, I'm not going to keep giving cups out for the sake of giving cups out and not getting anything back. Do I sell them? No. However, if you want one, the cost to send one, I think, is £6.50. I think the cups cost £7 each. So we work out that between you. If you turn around and say, I'll send that, I'll happily send you a cup. What we are doing here, and we have been doing it slightly under the radar, I had about 20 cups done. And what I said was the first 10 customers that come here to Westcroft Court in the new year will get a cup. I'm not going to tell you how many cups we've sold. Not all of them have been sold. We're in the winter. I've said I'm not going to sell cold water fish. I'm honouring that. And obviously, you know, it's cold outside. I don't want to be opening a shop up in the middle of winter anyway. So, like I said, I think there's a few that's been sold, not all of them. So yes, so that answers that question. So in answer to your question, yes, we will do cups. Cover the cost of it. Cover the cost of the postage. I ain't gonna make a profit on it. There's no intention to make a profit on it. Anybody can go onto Vistaprint, and they can look at getting a cup printed off, and they'll give you the price, and you'll see the price of it. So I ain't gonna avoid anything on that one. What are your plans for 2025? That's a tough one, to be fair, because what I noticed last year was business was like this. So I could do with a bit of a tail off. When I say tail off, I don't mean tail off, I mean, instead of it being like that, it'd be nice if it was like that. So that'd be better for me. But nobody knows what's going to happen this year. Anything can happen or nothing can happen. It's just one of those. For me, I plan worst case scenario, and then anything above that is best case scenario. So that's how I do that. So that answers, or does that answer that question? Yeah, I think it answers that question. 940 subscribers. Okay, yeah, fair enough. So yes, we are currently at 942 subscribers. So what am I going to do for 1,000? I don't know. I'll put something up. I'll put a voucher up to come and spend there or wherever it is. I'll tell you what I'll do is when I hit 1,000 subscribers, if I hit 1,000 subscribers, the person that hit the 1,000, I don't think I know how to do that. I might put a question on and I'll put a £150 voucher, something like that. How's that? So you come spend 150 quid here. You've got to physically come here to do it, obviously. We'll spend 150 quid here and we'll do that if that's what you want to do. This has already took quite a while, so what I'll do is the next time around, if anybody else asks me for more, any more questions, I'll happily do it. The surge, like I said, so just to quickly summarise, the reason why I've got the surges of it installed and the backy showers will be installed: small footprint, small ponds, small filtration. If the filtration don't work, I'll make sure Evolution Aqua know it don't work. So simple as that, because I'm not being sponsored in any shape or form. I pay for them, same as everybody else. So they run it. They'll run it around I'll run them at around 1,500 litres. So I'll run them. So I'll turn them, like I said, turn the pond over twice every hour. I'm digressing now for the sake of digressing, and I'm talking junk, literally. So I'm going to leave this video at this for the time being, because obviously I can't do anything at all. It's too cold, and I'm waiting for the vacuums to turn up as well anyway. But I'll show you more next time round. So I hope you enjoyed the previous video. If this is a load of crap, just fast forward it on, and do apologise. I am going to turn around and say, take this opportunity to say, be good, be nice to your family. I'll see you soon.